you will regret this in the morning. I don't plan on doing that. I'll catch up with chat in a moment. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another King of Kings community game. This is one of my favorite maps. We've seen it a million times, where there's a monument in the center. You start with a king, so it's King of the Hill and Regicide combo. This is not diplomacy, so it's a standard free-for-all. But you have to decide on if you want to snipe kings to get a victory, or if you want to control the monument. Now, there's a bunch of versions here, and they seem to have chosen the wrong one, but it'll still work. I just think that the golds on the outer edge will not be able to be used. So that's unfortunate. But beyond that, you can dock in the center, you can send in navy, whatever you would like. The demo ships, galleons, fires, and then you have plenty of stone, gold, and wood on your mainland. Thank you, Red Hair. Yeah, I'm excited. I am officiating T90 Cop's wedding, and when they asked me, it was embarrassing because I didn't know what an efficient was. I genuinely thought that the card, because it gave me a card that said efficient, and it was also my birthday, so I thought because it was cursive that the card said official, because I'm T90 official, and I didn't know why. I didn't know why they would give me a card that said official, but I thought that's what it said, and it wasn't. I had to explain to me awkwardly as they were recording my reaction what an efficient was, and then I accepted. Alright, let me introduce the players. In the orange, we have Strode. Strode is playing as the Mayans. In the gray, we have Tomatrix playing as the Britons. Did he misclick? He always plays Byzantines. He must have misclicked and chose Britons instead of Byzantines. This cannot be intentional. I've never seen this guy play, never seen this guy play as anything other than Britons. In the green, we have Chosenall. Chosenall is playing as the Mayans. In the teal, we have Freeloading playing as the Ethiopians. In the yellow, we have Slavs for Schalker B. In the purple, we have Britannicus playing as the Goths. In the red, we have Young Panda playing as the Koreans. And then in the blue, we have Eli, who's playing as the Incas. So that is all 8 players. As far as compositions go, there's so many civs to compare here. All the civs can work in a variety of different ways. Koreans, they can go for their strong siege and their turtle ships. Slavs, they have their strong infantry and siege. Every civ can go navy here, so I'm not sure which civ would be best here. If I had to choose, I would say probably I'd exclude the Meso civs, so I'd exclude Mayans and I'd exclude Britons. And then I'd go with any of the other civs. So that would be my choice. Arclight, I will not show the clip. So they recorded my reaction, and they never posted. I thought they would post it on Facebook or something, and they never posted it, luckily. I never want to see that again. I never got to see it myself, but it's embarrassing. Lorenzo, thank you for the new sub, man. So this is my normal time during the cast where I can answer questions. Sorry, I need to turn off the taunts. It gets to be old after 3 years. So if you have any questions, whether that's about the map or whatever, I can talk to you guys now. Remember last time you said Britons didn't have a chance? Yeah, Grim, are you going to remind me of that forever? Grim, I think that's the only time I've ever seen Britons win a King of the Hill. I think it's the only time. But this time it is different. You do have Britons and you can snipe kings with the Briton range. So it's not as bad to choose Britons in this. Magyars greater than all other civs. Am I right, T90? No. You're not right. But maybe in your eyes. Maybe you play best with Magyars. Maybe you're playing Wolf Nothing and you want to one-shot all the wolves. I don't know, man. Malay are always pretty strong, Red Hair. Malay's another good civ. I mean, Celts is still strong here. Chinese is, in my opinion, the best for this. Because you have the higher HP on the demos. You have the Chukanus, the Siege Rams, the Onagers, the Cavalier. I mean, you have so much with Chinese. And their flexibility really comes into play because it's not just about lands now. It's about water and land. So Chinese are probably best. That is simply my opinion, though. First one to click up to Castle Age is Eli. who is the highest rated player here. He's the only one who has a lot of rated games on Voobly, I believe anyway, and he's around 1700, so they'll need to keep an eye out for this guy. I also saw them say in the chat that they don't see the score, yeah. I want to do that more often. There's a no score mode on Voobly now, where the score at the bottom right does not show. It also doesn't show if someone is in the next stage. It doesn't give that little alert. I would love to do this more often. Because you know in community games, when someone is top score, and they only get killed because they're top score, I would kind of like to see that removed. So the person who is top score doesn't get teamed up on every time. You'd have to rely on your scouting information to see how successful someone was with the attacks. Kakawa, there's no civs that are terrible in this game. Everything's situational. There are some civs which are very poor in 1v1 on open maps. Generally, those civs are very good in late game, and the openness is just they can't deal with the openness. But the beauty of Age of Empires 2 is that every single civilization has a moment where it can excel. Okay, so I guess you can build mining camps out here, but I believe the Navy can come in here past this, so you'll need to secure it. But good move from Young Panda to get out there to collect extra gold. There is gold and stone in the north, south, east, and west. And in the north, you can see freeloading's already there. The other house cat says, how do you get into these games? Want to join a game if I get my game good and been wondering how to get into these crazy matches. Good question. So, first and foremost, have the platform we use. For the most part, we use Voobly because it's better performance. So, as long as you have Voobly and Woodlow Kingdoms, which is the mod we normally use, then you're good to go, obviously, to play. We do a live drawing on the stream before each game to get people in. So, this one was set up with the subscribers in the Discord, but basically if you have what's needed to play, I give you the instructions and then you can hopefully be chosen. There's quite a few people who try and get in, but anyone has an opportunity to get in. Subscribers get 4 times the extra entries, so if you sub to the stream to support me, you get some more benefits, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Hey, what's up, Ducks? Hey, Little Blast. It's not rigged. Little Blast, it's not rigged.
I still suck too bad to consider joining, but it's always fun to see the chaos.
That's what it's all about. Community games might as well be called chaos games. So, thank you, man, for 13 months. Now, I want to focus on freeloading because this guy, in every community game I've seen him in, goes aggressive, while most others will boom. And oh, he's going to build a castle here. He also likes his Ethiopians. He's chosen them again, and I've seen him countless times try and take out buildings with Shota warriors, so he will probably have less economy than the others who are adding extra villagers, but he will at least be defended on the right-hand side for now. T90, do you have a favorite community game of all time? I don't think so. Community games don't really stick to my memory as much as the expert games do. I could rattle off a ton of expert games. You know, now that I think about it, the Blue Coffee, not the first or second episode of Blue Coffee, but the third one, that's probably up there. Because what he was able to do in that game was incredible. I think I titled that the Blue Coffee Legend of Blue Coffee Continues. So I think the first one was Legend of Blue Coffee, second was Legend of Blue Coffee Returns, and then there was Legend of Blue Coffee Continues, I think. Whatever the third one was, the most recent one, that one was quite impressive. Rake, again, thanks for 13, man. You know, don't be discouraged if you want to play. You can play. Even if you suck, it'll be at least fun to get involved. I'll make sure to focus on you. I always do, you know, because there could be a difference in skill levels. I always create some story out of the weaker players at times. But, you know, in this game, while there are a few top dogs, Strode, for example, is a very strong boom. it seems like guys know what they're doing, adding town centers, booming up, so with 400 years to go on that monument, we won't see any huge fights except from freeloading, of course. So I think we'll be fine. I think this will be quite even later on. Hey T90, do you ever play the original Age of Empires Definitive Edition? I have it, but I only played it like maybe 4 times. I never played Age of Empires 1 to begin with, so it doesn't have that nostalgia pull for me, and it's just not as complete a game as Age of Empires 2. So that's my reasoning. Now look at this. Freeloading comes right in with Showtells, and he's going for Green's TC. Chosen all. He doesn't have anything to defend from this. Freeloading does this all the time. Okay, there are a few archers here. He needs to be careful. His king is inside this town center. These Showtells have full upgrades. But it won't be enough. It will not be enough. Typical freeloading, man. Typical freeloading. If I were chosen all, I would build a castle quickly. Get something to secure that TC. Or continue to spam the crossbows. I'm sure you've said it 1,000 times, but are you casting ECL? Yeah, Jones, I am. So, the casters give their availability, essentially. I've already done that. And I'll be casting either on Escape, or if I'm off that weekend, I'll cast it on my main channel. I just didn't cast the qualifications because I could tell you what the results were going to be. The teams that made it in were the teams who were expected to make it in, so I didn't feel like casting games which were foregone conclusions. War galley for Tomatrix. He wants to protect these fishing ships. You know, I say that, and he doesn't even have a galley to upgrade to war galley. He's just getting his upgrades, guys. Getting his upgrades. But I love this from freeloading. You see how he has more fishing ships queued up? I love that. I harp on about it all the time in community games. Make fishing ships on maps that have deep fish. Make fishing ships. And it's good to see him doing that. Rubik's Cube, thank you, man, for the new sub. Black Cap, welcome back for 4. Bobby Blex, thank you for the new Prime. Appreciate you guys. Hey, Neprost. Eli is clicked up to Imp. Kind of expected because he is the highest rated player in this game. He's Incas, so he could go Kameyooks, Eagles, Arbalest. Incas have so many options. At the moment, I'm thinking Eagles because he has the barracks, but we'll have to wait and see. Arclit said something to me. I think it was Arclit. Was it Arclit? Somebody asked me a question. Oh, what did you think of the result of Jordan versus Stout in the Nilly Apartment Cup? I don't know the result. I haven't been watching it, so I think I stopped in at one game, and Jordan was up 1-0. Not too sure.
Wow.
But my guess is
months already. Pretty insane smile.
My guess is a lot of people didn't think Jordan would be able to win, but Jordan's underrated. He's a good player. Grim says, why does he keep ignoring the Patreon questions? I'm not trying to, man. Not trying to. I do have a Patreon page. I guess this is what Grim wants me to bring up. So, if you're interested in getting into community games and the normal drawing system doesn't work, I have a Patreon page, and if you pledge a certain amount, you get certain benefits. And there's a Patreon tier that gives you 1 free community game a month. So, like, Grim will be in the next one, for example, with his Patreon pledge, and so there's more ways to get involved with that. Moonwatcher, thank you for 4, man. Thank you for 4. So, this is when we have to start asking questions of the players. Will they go for snipes, or will they go for the sensor? At the moment, Eli's in the, well, he's about to be in the Imperial Age, and we have 325 years left on the countdown. So this is sniping time. He has 200 years to try and kill the people to the right or left of him. So much gold coming in from Strode. So many villagers on this gold. That's crazy. So that will certainly help him. And he's researching obsidian arrows and making crossbows. So he wants to snipe. For those that don't know, obsidian arrow archers destroy buildings faster. It's a unique tech. That does not apply to their plumed archers. So you're teching into a worse archer unit to get snipes, but it is a great way to surprise your opponent. Sorry for my grammatics. Oh, you're fine, dude. Don't worry about it. Eli will go for the Eagle Blitz and kill a neighbor, I bet. That's what I'm thinking now as well. And if he goes towards Strode, Strode's going to be screwed. These Inca Eagle Warriors, Couriers is so good. 10 Pierce Armor. 10 Pierce Armor. The archers will do nothing. Now, Strode has scouted that blue's over there. Again, he can't see the score, but he probably should have done more to secure his base with some walling. As you can see, Eli has done and Red has done. It just makes sense. This Matrix says, I'm booming. Well, they cannot form alliances with each other, so I don't know. Maybe they're talking to everybody. Matrix is not lying. He is booming. Now, I completely forgot about freeloading. He's still trying versus green. Look at this. He's still trying versus green. Great job from Chosen All to fend off the attacks of freeloading. What's the difference between armor and pierce armor? So if you look at the unit, stats, the first one is melee, the second one is pierce. So if you compare the Shotel's pierce to the Eagle Warrior's pierce armor, that's nuts. Pierce armor is referring to like armor against archers, to put it simply. So with the Courier's upgrade, Kamiook, Slingers, and Eagles have extra armor. So these Eagles are incredibly strong. Now Mayan Eagle Warriors, they can get 100 HP with their unique upgrades. So both of the players in the south will have strong Eagles, but again, we're seeing a snipe attempt incoming from Strode. He's hitting Imp. He will click Arbalest, he will click Bracer, and these units will go after buildings, believe it or not. D-Well, I'm not a big fan of the Khmer civilization. I like civs where you can get momentum and build up units in the Feudal Age and Castle Age, but the Khmer are very awkward because you can't really afford to go all in elephants in Castle, so you have to just do something else in Castle Age and then just throw away the technology later on in the game. So I don't like civs like that, the civs that are only good late game. The Koreans is another good example. They don't really have a good Castle Age. Eli attacking Panda's walls, and he says, give me 2k gold, which I love, but it's not diplomacy. Young Panda says, it's not Diplo, I can't send you resources, but I'll give you a relic. Will Eli have mercy on him? I mean, I don't think so. Look at the amount of eagles this guy has. He has 60 of them. So blue has gone out on the offensive. We still haven't seen that move from Strode. Now, oh, he's loading up. He's going to load up siege towers. And that's exactly what freeloading has done on the other side. For what it's worth, Britannicus and Shulker, they haven't done anything yet, so I will look to them when I need to. The king for Young Panda has gone into a transport ship to flee the area. Koreans would need a ton of gunpowder against this, and the Young Panda doesn't even have... I don't even think he has chemistry yet, so... he has no way of countering this, and he's down to 48 population. This is a sad, sad time for Young Panda. Oh, man. More like dead Panda. He can't recover from this either. It's not like he can relocate elsewhere. He'll run right into other enemies, so he's kind of screwed. Oh, man, I can't wait to see this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Strode. So many siege towers. And he's putting the Arbalest in the siege tower so he can slide right in. Now, he might be able to catch Eli off guard, but there's walls here. I guess he could go around the walls or over the walls. Still, when your opponent has eagles, it's unlikely. Yeah, Young Panda has the right idea. He wants to go into long swords. and the champion line, but he doesn't have the economy for it. It's too late. This was too much of a surprise, so he'll probably lose everything he has. Heavy demo just completed for Britannicus. And he has docks, as does Shulker. These two are definitely focusing on the monument, I can tell you that much. Now, there's been this little 1v1 going on this side between Chosenall and Freeloading this whole game. Freeloading stopped making Showtail Warriors. Oh no, I lied. He still has Showtail Warriors. And oh wow, a few Eagles from Chosenall. I would just stick with the Archers. Now, I would also delete this castle before you lose all the stone. Yeah. He chose to build his castle there, and he lost all of the stone, but he will still push Freeloading back. Oh, this is what will make Strode a hero. If he can get this, he will be a hero. He's going to try and snipe blue with Obsidian Arrow, Arbalest. Okay, he's going back. I don't think he can do it. What I would at least do in Strode's situation is have barracks ready to go Eagles, because if this fails, you're going to want to go with something else. Freeloading says, just let me kill you. Chosenall says, no, not happening. And honestly, Mayans should have a big edge over Ethiopians, unless Ethiopians get the Siege Onager, but Freeloading does not have the economy for it. And it's now Arbalest Bracer completing, so this will get even better for Mr. Chosenall. Great defense from him. Young Panda's king is alive, but he is not well. 28 population, and he's about to ask Eli to leave him alone. Oh, Tmatrix says, who killed Panda? Blue says Eli, and I guess Eli's denying it? Yeah, he says no. Well, you can't see the scores. The players cannot see the scores. We can. So they wouldn't be able to tell that Eli's been dominant by the score. Can Freeloading kill Chosenall? We're at 162 years now, guys. So they will have to shift focus towards the center. Strode has... are these all filled? Okay, so he has 60 Arbalests inside these siege towers. 60 of them. Actually, one's weak, so it's 50. And he has so much res as well. This is what the guy's known for, banking up resources but not using them. Well, not complaining, but why community games on a Monday? This is the only day I can stream this week. Tomorrow, I have to continue to work on some YouTube videos from when I'm gone. And also, there's a World Cup game. So, tomorrow will be an offline working day. And then I'll be gone Wednesday through Saturday. I might be online Sunday, but I might. I'm not sure yet. So, yeah, I switched up my schedule because I'll be away. Strode is scouting here. He sent that eagle in intentionally to scout. Now, Strode says just passing to Eli. Shulker, he's now being attacked by Freeloading. Oh my god. Oh my god. Petards versus Trebuchets. That's so rare to see. Freeloading, he's lost every single time he's gone for someone. Shulker was prepared. Chosenall was prepared. And Freeloading says Shulker stop. When I'm pretty sure that Freeloading was the one to start it there. Freeloading is not having a good time today with his sniping attempts. Infamous Jeff, thank you for 9 months. Odoa, thank you for 10. Joe Ferg with a whole year. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for coming back and supporting what I do. Here we go. It's happening. I think it's I don't see it working. I don't see it working. But if it works, it'll be epic. Strode, it's not like you don't have the resources, man. Just go for it. Just go for it. Commit. Have some cojones. I like how he's upgrading the Eagle and Champion line now. Actually, I don't like how he's upgrading the Champion line because he's Mayans. But at least he's getting upgrades for other things. So if he does lose this population, he can defend himself. 114 years. Oh, this is a long paragraph, but I'm going to read it. Flipster says, T90 official man, I just want to thank you. I've never been into gaming, and we would be considered an analog person. In a hard time, when I was in a really bad place, I discovered you on YouTube. You gave me feeling to belong and some hours of joy. Oh my god, I'm about to cry. They say, change one life, and you changed the world. Well, you changed my life and saved my world. So, thank you and keep going. Man, that's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. Dude, I haven't said this before on stream, but I started Age of Empires content because I was in a bad place. So, like, everybody has their own battles they fight. Everybody has their own struggles, whether it's financial, emotional. Shit happens, right? But I started this because it helped me be more positive. And it helped me affect others positively, and that's why I love to do it. I know I love Age, but I love it because I can help people, man. So, that was the intention. That's awesome to hear. Kiana, 8 months. Welcome. Eldry, thank you for gifting that stuff. Okay. Poor Britannicus. He could defend from this with champions, but this has been a big surprise. Freeloading says he's just passing. As I guess he's getting wrecked again. You know, this would be the time for Strode to go out and try and snipe Blue, but he doesn't know that Blue is pushing here. Eli says he is just passing. Now, are these elite Huskarls? These are elite Huskarls from Britannicus. Can he keep himself alive? The problem is Eli has taken so much map control away from him, but maybe he can survive. 77 years. There's no unit in the center, so anyone can take control of that. Oh, Tom Bomba, thank you for the prime. Kalinskink, 18 months. I saw you were watching poker or something. You're watching some channel because we're friends on Twitch. And I was thinking, I wonder if Kalinskink will be pried away from that to watch the stream today. Thank you, man, for a year and a half of support. Hizemi says they will forget to Matrix will win. Will that be the case? Well, I love how freeloading shows up here. Typical freeloading, but I guess we'll see, Hizemi. I don't think we've had a game where everyone has forgotten. That would be a first. Britannicus was prepared. He was caught off guard, but he has enough to defend himself from the mighty Eli. Oh, and here comes Strode. Strode, you have to start attacking buildings, man, because you're up against eagles. Okay, he's opening up a hole in this wall. He needs to kill the house. He needs to be quick here. I think Eli's already prepped for this, but his castle's here, and Eli doesn't have gold. Remember, Strode has like 10,000 gold, so... Will Eli be sniped? Just, you know what you could do if you're Strode is sit beneath the castle on both sides and then attack it. That way if the king runs, you have an opportunity to hit it. Yeah, that's what he's going for. Strode has tried this a bunch of times, never successful. Will he get the Obsidian Arrow King snipe? Actually, he did. He was successful at one point. Eli's been defeated. Where was the king? I missed it. I just realized it wasn't in the castle any longer. Where did it run, chat? But I think that's the second time. I need to correct it because he'll correct me later on. I think that's the second time that Strode has been successful. Blue must have ran his king away, and it got sniped by the Arbs. I don't see the dead body, but it doesn't matter now. Hizemi, it was a great prediction, but you were incorrect, unfortunately. Britannicus did remember about the center. Britannicus just deleted his scout. What a horrible man he is. But he has 112 population and military. Young Panda's still alive. Young Panda's still alive. So, Britannicus will leave, and maybe Young Panda can have the most epic comeback in community game history. Actually, you know what? I don't think that anyone can beat that free-for-all guy who played in the One Pilgrims game 2 years ago. That is... It's all coming back to me now. That is one of the best community games ever, for sure. He was Byzantines on Pilgrims. Chape says it's spit out right by the Arbs. Oh, okay. Right behind Siege Workshop. Maybe the body is decayed now, but I figured it was around here. It's alright. There's no one alive to hold a funeral for the king, so it doesn't matter. Well, let's check resources. Shulker has resources. Britannicus, I think he should tech into the pointy boys. And then he has resources to spam those for days. That's how you have to play Goths, with the spam. Freeloading. He has resources. He still has been unable to kill someone. He's been trying his hardest, though. Chosen All has resources. Everybody has resources. You know, Tamatrix must think that he's Byzantines, because he always tells me he loves trash. I think he misclicked to choose Britons, and now he's just making Britain skirms against Eagles. Look how long that these Eagles survive in here. Okay, he has a few two-handed swordsmen, I guess. But he does need to be careful because Green's pushing towards him. Can ships pass on the sand next to the forest to go to the middle? You know what? They can do so, I think, on this version. But it would have to be chopped the whole way. Or you could use an onager. Yeah, like here. A Shulker, I believe he can come through here. This is a good test. Maybe not, Johnny. I think he's blocked off from going through. So it's funny that he did that right when you asked, so we could test it. Well, if you can't go through, Shulker's population back here, it's not that useful anymore. He could go to the corners and push others off gold, I guess. But I think I would want most of my pop in the center. T90, why don't you go to Nilly's Cup and be a caster? I was invited, but I live in America, man. If I wanted to go to Germany for a week, it'd be like $2,000. Not to mention that I wouldn't be working, so I'd lose out on more money. It's a financial decision. The players were paid to go there, but I would have to pay my way. It's too expensive. Way too expensive for me to be able to do that. I want to go back to Europe at some point, but not this year. Freeloading. He has 171 deaths. People are really ganged up on him, but he's being stubborn. Somebody in the chat earlier said they were rooting for Freeloading. They want him to get a kill. Well, at the moment, he's holding the monument. I'm still unsure on what Tamatrix and Chosen All will do, because they're still fighting each other. Britannicus, it's quite obvious. Oh my goodness, I was going to say it's quite obvious he's going to the center, but no. He's going after Shulker. Elite Boyars for Shulker. And he has the resources to produce them, but he's going to lose out on one castle. Shulker seems confused by this. He says, why? Why are you doing this to me? And Britannicus says, why not? I guess that's as good a response as any, right? Yeah, Young Panda's rebooming. Young Panda is rebooming, chat. This is a King of the Hill game where no one's focusing on the hill. And maybe people will forget about freeloading in the center now. I don't know. Freeloading with the ram train, choo-choo, and the occupants inside are Shota warriors. So he's coming in again to go after Chosen All. Chosen All's king is right here. Chosen All needs to be careful, man. I can tell he has sensed this, but there's still a few rams alive. The show tells they can attack the castle. Will Chosen All survive? He needs to run with his king. This castle's a goner. The king is right here, and it survives. Shulker is not happy that he's being attacked. I'm pretty sure the tension is high amongst all the players because everybody's fighting each other. Oh my goodness, Strode! So he sniped one earlier, if you remember. He just said, Tamatrix, let me pass. Who's he going for? Is he going for Teal? Is he going for freeloading? These are Obsidian Arrow cross Arbalests. Now in the center, I think, yeah, Tamatrix will get cleaned up, so the countdown starts over. Or, I didn't mean Tamatrix. Freeloading will get cleaned up. Freeloading, he spent the whole freaking game going for snipes. Look at that KD. Unsuccessful every single time. But I'm not sure about Strode. Now, is he going for Chosen All? He doesn't know where freeloading is. I don't know where his final destination is. Well, I don't see it working out. He says just passing, but he's just passing right towards his king, so Chosen All should kill him. Marshy, you'll have to tell me, man. I'm glad I'm going to be gone this week, because you don't have to tell me. Not being able to cast that is a bummer for me, so trust me, I'm well aware. What is he doing here? Saint Road is going for the Obsidian Arrow King Snipe. Chosen All's prepared. He is prepared. Yeah, the king won't die. I think the king's back in this castle now, so this is just a big throw from Strode. In the center, and Chosen All is out here. He's controlling this. Now, Goths will completely wreck Mayans. Like, it does seem like Britannicus got pushed out of Schalker's base. Schalker has rebounded, but, you know, Goth, Huskarls, and Demos would completely destroy what Mezzo Civs can do. One Mezzo died, and that was Eli, and then we still have Orange and Green as Mezzo Civs and their Mayans. Well, you gotta hand it to Strode. He's at least tried. Now, what's interesting is that most of the military from Green is attacking the siege towers. Don't tell me that this castle will ungarrison. It's getting really close, but oh! Okay, went into the TC. Whoa, boy, that scared me. That would have been very clutch, but just lacking the numbers there. Alright, guys. Oh my god! Poor Chosen All. Look at Chosen All's kills. These are all kills from people trying to raid him. Now freeloading shows back up here. I feel so bad. So bad for Chosen All. What did he do to you? Oh, and now Matrix is here, so the king will come out of the TC. Oh god, I hope Chosen All survives this. The king is running to the north, and yes, he's fine once again. Oh, this is crazy. Chosen All has the center, so it makes sense that people would come after him now. It's a better time than before. And he's still alive, guys. He's still alive. And he has the monument at 35 years. Rams, Eagles, Skirmishers, and Arbs. But again, I'm waiting for the demo ships from Britannicus to come in. And the Huskarls. It will be tough for him to... Oh my god! It will be tough for him to hold against this. Get the T90 demos in the chat for this. Good lord. Strode's been banking up resources all game. And he wisely invested into some demo ships. Oh. Now, he needs to kill the Rams yet. But, yeah, there's just no way that Green will hold this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, demo ships, they can change things. To point out the obvious. And now Chosen All's at 75 pop. But freeloading's at 55. Wait, hold on a second. Freeloading died? I need to have like a larger alert when people get killed off. I assume Schalker killed him. So freeloading's dead? Well, my bad for missing that. That must be where the Cav Archers have come from. So well played, Schalker. Schalker's a mod. He's gonna be pissed that I didn't see his snipe. This will make things more interesting now because Green might have an opportunity to reboom. This Matrix is just flooding skirmishers all over the guy though. And Chosen All doesn't have the gold to make eagles, so trouble in paradise. What do you think, chat? 93 years. Matrix is holding the center area with a sheep. How did that get there? How did that get there? I imagine he had to have a unit there. If he saved a sheep and sent that in, those are next level strats right there from Matrix. Who has done pretty well. He's defended himself well. He's been offensive, but Skirmishers, I know he'll hate me for saying this, but he shouldn't be going skirms. He should be going Arbalest, and champions would be wonderful. What's Panda up to? Oh boy, remember Panda. The night is still young for Panda. He was all but killed off by Eli earlier. For those that missed it, he ran his king to the corner. It's still there, and he had to reboom. And he's going for turtles. Turtles are just so expensive, though. I think if you get maybe 60 turtles and 40 to 50 halbs, then you could do it. Or you mix in galleons. They are not elite yet. We shall see how it works out. Now, maybe Strode was responding to the fact that young Panda's trying to trade. And you see, it was going over the water there, so you must be able to go across that. Answered the question we had earlier. Strode says, to Matrix, don't panic, just going to green again. I wouldn't trust him for a second. But okay. Here comes another siege tower delivery of Arbalest. So yeah, Matrix doesn't trust him, and he says, sure, ... Just go around him, man. Just go around him. He's just passing, chat. Let's get the T90 passings in the chat. I don't have trust problems. I just like to play it safe, that's all. So now Matrix should probably let him go. But he just has skirms, so it's not like skirms will do anything to kill siege towers anyhow. There's very little effort from players to take the middle. Oh no, Britannicus stole the sheep. He's gonna go eat it now. Oh my god! See, this is why you don't trust people. Strode tried to go for Matrix. Matrix has his king safe, and I've really liked the attempts from Strode, but another one will not work out. And Strode went to the center with a few villagers to start the countdown over again. Someone needs to just man up and go for this. This game could be regular regicide. We could just see tons of snipes. I think Yellow is planning on a snipe. So say goodbye to another 80 units from Strode. Boom! And maybe Matrix will snipe him now. He's on his way with a few traps. I guess Yellow transported those villagers. Okay. 1 second, guys. I need to close something. Why am I so bad with computers? There we go. That should do it. Wait, that's not what I wanted to close. Sorry, you guys have no clue what's going on. Alright, we're good. I think they just need to go for the center now. Sniping's going to be too tough. Everyone's playing very passive because they're expecting snipes, and for that reason, I feel like going to the middle would give you a good shot. Who would I put money on right now? Honestly, young Panda could do it. With the way everyone's playing this, I wouldn't put any money on it, but young Panda, look at his resources. And he has elite turtle ships. So he could go war wagons, turtle ships, siege onager. He has so many options. Shocker sending the fishing ships to the center. I guess he doesn't need them anymore. There's no fish around his on the end there. I would love to see Chosenall win, because Chosenall, he's been attacked so many times. But yeah, I don't see that happening. Yeah, Canadian Ninja, you're right, man. It's expensive, but just look at the resources he has. Because he had all the resources here. Now, the funny thing is, he could be sniped because his king is still in that corner. But anyhow, he's more gold here yet. Because he was pushed off of his base, he still has gold in his base. And he's also trading with the dock from Blue. and getting 9 gold per trip, so... Not to mention he can take the resources from blue. Oh, boy. It's at 36 years for Strode, and he is prioritizing the center. Others need to do the same. With so many heavy demos, I don't know if the elite turtle ships will be enough. I think it takes 2 demo shots to kill a turtle ship. Here comes Gray now. Still no big movement from Shulker or from Purple, yeah. Just a bit too passive, Britannicus. Especially because he's Goths and can spam it. Is this where he goes for it? Shulker says go mid. He's going for it. Yeah, he is going for it. It's the Rams that will be tough to kill, guys. Rams can give you victories in King of the Hill. And those Rams might stand for another 20 years. There's no demo ships. No one has demo ships to kill these. Strode is sending in the Mayan two-handed swordsman. No Eagle Warriors. I don't know why. You need 1 unit in the center at all times. Strode has a few Rams holding it. He's about to lose the Rams. He needs to get in there with the two-handed swordsman. He gets a new Ram in there now. 11 years. The elite Boyars arrive from Shulker. Is it in time, though? Britannicus arrives. He has so little left here. Is Strode about to get shulkered? So little left. And his reinforcements are completely cut off. 5 years. I don't think he can do it now. I don't think he can do it. I think he'll lose it under 5 years. Yeah, he'll lose it. Wow. Look at the numbers. So much happening at once. And Strode has to pull back. Has to mix in some demos, and now I'd say maybe give the edge to a young Panda. I don't know why he's going back. I think that he could easily hold this with the amount of navy he has. I think if he added his own Rams, that would be a big deal as well. But I guess it's anybody's game if they prioritize it. Because to Matrix, he has the gold. Strode has the gold, Red has the gold, Shulker, he has the gold, yeah, so I guess we'll see, guys. Yes, we will see. Wow, that's a lot of towers. Oh, that makes sense. Shulker is putting his king in the corner, and he's building towers to protect them. Okay, that makes sense. Do Slavs have heavy demo? I don't think they do. Yeah, they don't get heavy demo, which is unfortunate. But you could go with something like Fast Fires. Fast Fires will be great. Really confused as to why Young Panda went back when he has those resources. Maybe he doesn't feel prepared. Maybe he wants to add infantry, and he'll add the barracks now and mix in the infantry soon. I don't know. But I do know. Countdown is at 65 years, and Shulker is starting his Shulker-like spam. Every single barracks is queued up. His castles are queued up, so they need to cut off his reinforcements because he will always have a unit in the center at this rate. Now, there's demos from Strode. They'll run into Red's navy, so they won't be helping each other out there, that's for sure. Why is T90 always streaming just before I have exams? I was paid off by your teacher. Your teacher wants you to learn a lesson, so I'm easy to buy off, man. Chosen all. Yeah, he doesn't have enough for me. He does have. Okay, never mind. He has gold because he's putting it into heavy demo ships. 45 years. They should go to the center now. Again, I think Britannicus could add in a ton of halbs himself. Well, I don't think. I know he can. But will he? Demos can obviously explode all this quite quickly, but it's about the new numbers that will come in from Shulker. There's a famous game where Shulker got shulkered where he lost it at 0 years because the game needs to have, the player needs to be at 0 years for a whole year, if that makes any sense, for the time of a whole year. So, will he get shulkered again? It almost always seems to happen to him. Oh, Purple's going for his king. His king's not here, obviously, because it's in the north. But Purple's going for his eco. So this means it will be difficult for Shulker to do anything if he loses control of the center. So maybe he just sends everything he has, because I don't see him rebooming back into the game. So yeah, just send your vills, send your demos, send your halbs, and pray for the best. 20 years now on that countdown. Oh man, this is juicy. Oh, oh, please, please, please. Oh, that's amazing. Strode is running back, and he's run right into that demo ship. They have to all in now. 14 years for Shulker. He has, believe it or not, just the villagers. Well, he had the villagers and a few rams. He needs 1 unit in the center at all times. The batch of reinforcements gets here. 10 years now. So the 10-year countdown begins. The halberdiers are on the way. The reinforcements are slightly being disrupted, but you just need 1. And there is 1 in the center now. Oh, there's just a few. It's just the bowyer, but more halbs come in. The demo will go off, though. And he loses it. That demo was clutch from, I think it was Tamatrix. No, it was Chosen All. That demo was clutch. And he didn't quite get shulkered, but it was close. And that is the second time in this game that we have seen someone lose the monument at the 5-year mark. Red has control of the center with a few halbs. I'm trying to exit one of my programs because I believe that could have been causing some of the lag, but I don't know. I was told it was a few of the programs I used that do that. 1 second. We'll see. We'll see. But Shulker has it again now, believe it or not. Young Panda moving back, though. I think he'll be able to come in with some real force if necessary. I don't know why Young Panda's running. I think it's too passive. But he has the barracks for champions, maybe. Champions would be a good mix. Tamatrix has skirmishers. Britain skirmishers. Oh god! Look at this from Strode. Where's the king for Tamatrix? The king is running, so he sees the sniping party coming in. The king needs to beware. But I think he will be safe, and the problem for Tamatrix is he doesn't have anything to kill the rams, but he does have the skirms to kill the arbalests that are coming at him. Papoe, I've seen you say that like 5 times, man. No worries. Don't stress it, man. Glad to see you here. Shulker, he's out of the game. This is all he has. So I think it's over for him. He tried. Tamatrix has nothing to kill the siege rams. He has the skirms for the arbalest, but he has nothing to kill the siege rams, so he'll lose his castles. But he has 130 skirms. You know, this has been an exciting game, but it hasn't been the most convincing game. I think the most active player was Strode, probably. He's gone for multiple sniping attempts. He sniped blue. He went for green. He's going for teal now. And he's controlled and fought for the center. Oh, Chosen All, you need to be careful.
Less than 3.
He could lose all of his demos to the 2 demos from Shulker. Tamatrix has wasted gold. What about the wasted stone? Tamatrix. You just lost those castles. He's convinced that trash is the best in the game. Okay, that'll work. That's a good trade. And now Red gets control of the center for a few minutes anyhow. GG Noodles, welcome back, man. Thank you for the 3-month commitment. Hope you've been well. Gotta open up my program again. I use Dropbox to sync some files, and next week, hopefully, the system will change so it doesn't potentially lag out the game. I'm still not sure if it's the players experiencing lag and it's coming to our side, but ever since I closed Dropbox, it seems to be a bit smoother, so that's what I was referring to. Why is Young Panda not going for it? This is just getting ridiculous now. I don't want him to win anymore. Like, why is he not going for it? He has so many resources, 150 pop. No one else is in the center. So even though he doesn't know exactly what's going on elsewhere, he should guess that he has more gold. And I don't know. Shulker will try and reboom, so if he waits too long, Shulker can get close to winning it again. You never know. Now, players are actually running out of wood, so it favors you if you have someone dead next to you, and then you can take the wood unharmed. Matrix is keeping Chosen off of wood on this side. Guys, there's a monument to go after. He's protecting his king. I think he's playing this like he would a normal Regicide game, where he just trade booms and waits. But that doesn't make any sense when there's a monument there. Doesn't make any sense. You know what? Like, there's been so many campers in the games recently that I feel like I never want to do Diplo Regicide Standard again, because I think that Diplomacy Regicide, to be successful with it, you just have to do nothing except trade and defend that trade, right? So I think we'll do more combo maps in the future. Combo maps are normally made so people are aggressive, but the one person who has a ridiculous amount of res is not going for the center, so I guess he's out there now, though. Death counter, I'm going to do the Elite Petard mod later on. I know that much, but I'm not sure when. Okay, I think he's beginning now. So he's spamming Halbs. He's going to get blown up, but I think he should continue doing this. Spamming Halbs. Now, oh, Purple's going for him! Has Young Panda waited too long? Remember, Young Panda does have his king in that corner, so he'll just be losing his economy once again, and that's it. But I don't think losing your economy is very good here. He does have the wood and the food to last for a while, but still. Yeah, he can't defend this. So, in all honesty, Matrix should be making an attempt to go for either snipes or go to the middle. The problem for Chosenall is he doesn't have the gold for it. That's his concern, right? But maybe he's getting there. I think a big reason that players are being so cautious is because of the sniping attempts. They've seen players go for their kings so many times they're too scared to run out. Says rip eco again. Well, I guess you have to trade. You got the 9 trade per trip. It took a while, but it's probably paid off for him now. Now, Graham, I'm not a big fan of putting timer on games. The monument is the timer, you know? Like, the monument is supposed to be that timer for this. So it'll happen. Look at the kills in this game. It's just ridiculous. They fought each other so many times. Which is completely fine. You do have that Regicide option. The Young Panda loses out on the relic. And suddenly it doesn't look like he has too much gold left. Oh, the bird! The bird! The bird is here, chat! Oh, this must mean that Young Panda's gonna win. The bird has chosen Young Panda's corner. Every time the bird shows up, that means it's going to be a good game. Oops. Here, I don't want to move the table. I'm going to remove the table so we can enjoy all the birdie goodness here. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Boom, look at that. That is screenshot for YouTube material right there. Look at that. Look how majestic that creature is. I have no clue what to say about this game. I think green could go for it. When in doubt, just make halbs. Spam halberdiers and rams and demos. It could work. 72 years for Chosenall. And Chosenall would deserve the victory because he's defended from so many sniping attempts from his opponent. Oh, goodness. Speaking of defense, to Matrix, that's been all he's been doing. And he and Strode are having a 1v1 battle that Matrix is winning. So that bird is a bug. This happens like twice a year. I think this is the second time I've seen it this year, so maybe 4 times a year. It depends. But Dave and I noticed that 2 years ago, and it's kind of a running theme on the stream, a running gag. Gruen, thank you, man, for the new Prime sub. Happy to see you in the chat. Remel93, thank you as well, and White Begin, thank you guys. Love you all. Seriously, I love you all. You're all the best. Let's go. Can we get the T90 goes in the chat for Chosenall? Chosenall was attacked by freeloading multiple times. He was attacked by Matrix. He was attacked by Strode. Who wasn't he attacked by in this game? And he is at 200 population, and he's going to go for it. Young Panda is just pussyfooting around back here with a ton of boss turtle ships. If Young Panda doesn't win the game, it's because he hasn't had the balls to go for it and risk it. And Chosenall, I think he's about to. Now, I don't think skirms are the best for the center. We know what happens to skirms against demo ships, so it's probably got to be full halb spam for him. And okay, he's working on it. So every time he loses a unit now, he will gain a new one in the form of a halberdier or a ram or a demo ship. Also, I should say that and I'm just giving some general advice for if you encounter the situation or if he encounters the situation, you should probably delete some lumberjacks if you have this much. And credit to the other players, they're talking about it. Even Shulker, who's been rebooming, he says so far just green here. He sent a fishing ship out there as a scout. And oh god! Oh god! Oh no, not Chosenall. 23 years. Does he have the spam to keep it up? Oh goodness, he still has units here. Here come his own demos in defense. Matrix is sending in demos. Is this the game that will never end? 17 years. Young Panda. He needs to panda attention here. Okay, here comes Britannicus. Oh my goodness, though. Chosenall has the defensive demos. He doesn't have a lot to hold the middle, though. If you look past the demos, it's just a few weak rams, skirmishers, and halbs. But here he comes. 9 years. Purple says go mid. Here comes a few demos from Strode. Here come more halbs from Chosenall. If he gets this batch there, he surely wins it. I think he wins the game. Chosenall's gonna win. And pretty much unrivaled as well. Weird. You know, that is a deserved victory from Chosenall because he was picked on in mid-Castle Age by freeloading, and then in Imperial Age by freeloading, and then by Matrix, and he had multiple people go at him, so he survived all the attacks, and then he won the game in the end. A little bit questionable, though. You know, Britannicus, I guess he was just trying to defend the water here against Young Panda. Young Panda, in my opinion, was in a position to take the center for a while there. I think he was in a position to take the center. And I'd like to see, I mean, players are getting more and more experience as they play these games, but I'd like to see some more activity from Matrix when it comes to getting the actual monument. I know he loves trash. Maybe he'll be stubborn and only do trash, but I think full trash when you have the gold, it doesn't make the most sense long term. And also, it seems like he had some demos there, so some players were a little bit slow to react to the center to keep green out. But I'm happy Chosenall won, though, because He deserves it. He definitely deserves it. There's the KD. To Matrix with 997 kills. Not quite 97.1% of 1,000, but close enough for the meme, right? Resources collected. Strode collected all that gold in the southern corner. I loved how Strode played this, guys. I know he didn't win, but he was very active in sniping attempts, which made it really fun for us as spectators. There is the tech stats.
95% of players would never guess how this game ended. Keep up the good work, T90.
It's 97.1%, man. 97.1.
I feel like Snippy now. Doing a good snipe and not giving a shit about losing the game, T90. Nice.
Strode, thank you for 7. Yeah, it's basically what you did, man. It was fun to watch. Thank you, Herpy Derpy and Strode, for the resubs. It was a good game. Good game to start off the community games. That lasted